Hostel is a 2005 horror film that was written and directed by Eli Roth. And the plot of this movie is we meet these three friends who are backpacking across Europe. First, they're in Amsterdam, and then they end up in the Czech Republic because they hear that there are some hot chicks over there who are down to hook up. So, when they're over there and they're drinking, they're partying, they're actually hanging out with these hot chicks, one by one they start to disappear. And probably by the time it's too late, they figure out that they're being kidnapped. People get kidnapped in this country because there are rich people who are willing to pay an insane amount of money to kill whoever they want, however they want. Torture, maiming, you name it, and that's what this place is all about. Now, what I think of Hostel is, my God. I can't say I have fun with this film, but it's definitely one of the most disturbing movies I've ever seen. Because he plays up what's basically, I guess, one of my biggest fears, where if some friends and I go to a different country just because you want to sightsee, you explore, or if you're hooking up with just women who you don't know, and it's just like, hey, this sounds fun. This seems like everyone's most fun time ever. But the reality of it is, like, when they start to realize that something's up, and they're in a country with people speaking different languages they can't understand, and the way how they look at Americans like we're just some assholes or we're pieces of shit, or they already have some hatred towards us. And then when you see that even the cops are in on it, you're fucked. You're alone. There's nothing that you can do to survive. Let's talk about the main characters. We have Josh, played by Derek Richardson, who, I like Josh. I probably relate to him the most here because he's just the nice guy. He just broke up with his girlfriend, and so he's just trying to get his mind off of that. And he is the nice guy. He's the guy who you think is the main character. You presume is the main character. But then when he gets taken and killed, you're like, holy fuck. So not only was I wrong about this character, but now pretty much they're all up for grabs. Nobody's off limits as far as who is going to die in this film. Their other friend, Oli, he is just this guy who likes to have fun, you know? He likes to just hook up with women and have fun, like I said. And then you have Jay Hernandez, who plays Paxton. And Jay Hernandez, I don't want to say he's an asshole, his character, but he's definitely the one in the group who doesn't give a fuck, who just is here to do what he wants to do. He's nothing like Derek Richardson's character, not at all. And then the two Russian girls, who I admit are hot, but when everyone else is missing and you see them at that bar type place and they look completely drugged up, you could tell that they're in on whatever this is. But what about the torturing? When Derek Richardson's character is in the chair, and first he has a mask on, so you see his point of view of seeing through the hole. He's looking around, he sees all these tools, and he sees the room, and he sees the person come into the room that's about to kill him. And what's even more messed up is that this American client is this guy who he met earlier on the train, and he even ran into at one of the bars there. Like, he was talking to him. They were hanging out. They were interacting, and he seemed like a pretty decent guy. And then you cut to here, and he is torturing him. He's fucking with him. He's doing some of the most heinous and disturbing things that you can even think about doing to a person. And it's hard. It's hard to watch his character be tortured like this. And then when Jay Hernandez gets handcuffed to the seat, and he's being tortured and fucked with, it's just, I've heard a lot of people talk about the Hostel movies and say that they're nothing but torture porn and whatnot, and it's hard for me to disagree because there is a lot of torture, there is a lot of blood, guts, and violence, and it's fucked up in the head to think about shit like this. But I do think that there is something about this plot that makes it different, that makes it interesting, that does make it, I think, worthwhile to make and to watch. I also have to mention the Bubblegum Gang, because the Bubblegum Gang basically is comprised of a bunch of little kids who hang out on the streets, and they go up to you and they say, "Bubblegum, give us bubblegum." And at first you're just looking at them like a bunch of little kids and you're like, get the fuck out of here. But when they don't get what they want, they will kill you. I mean, they will beat the shit out of you. They will throw rocks and stones and bricks and bash your heads in. They're scary, these little fuckers. What more can I say about Hostel? It is one of the most intense movies ever. It freaked me out the very first time I saw it. If you haven't seen it, holy fuck, check this movie out. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you've seen Hostel. What do you think of it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.